This is the Euro Yen on the 5 range, and this is a AB equals, well, it's actually, sorry, not an AB equals CD pattern, but a harmonic move, and we have a head and shoulders that's set up, and on the 5-minute time frame we have a doji. So I've just got in this trade a little bit early. So in terms of risk, 13 pips of risk for a reward here of 31. So playing for a 382 fib based on the harmonic move. So let's just delete everything off and let's just have a look at why I'm looking at a head and shoulders here. As Akil says, it's not the what but the where. And what I'm looking at here on the daily time frame is really I would only be looking for shorting opportunities based on this tweezer top and the fact that we're currently trading like this below it. So here on the daily, only really looking for shorting opportunities. Here on the 240 though, you can see that we have, you can just about make it out here, double topped, and we are now coming down into this structure level right here, and that structure level just so happens to be at the psychological number 12900. Let's have a look at the 60-minute time frame. So here on the 60, you can see, let's just delete everything off and redo this, that we have this level of structure right here that I'm paying attention to. We've come into it. Now, we didn't get a higher high, higher close on the hourly, but we have certainly seen a little bit of a reaction at this level. But just go ahead here and put a structure level on. Where's the best place to do it? Yeah, okay, so we have had a level here which has been, we've seen a reaction basically at this level. Again, nothing major, but we have seen a reaction here. And obviously this one as well. Let's have a look at the 15. Now this is a lower time frame trade, so the higher time frame doesn't really have that much to do with it, but nevertheless it is always an idea to get an understanding of what price is actually doing. So again, we're down into the structure zone now, and here on the 15 you can see that that structure zone now is a little bit more prominent, that we could be seeing a reaction at this zone. And so we can draw out a harmonic move like this. And it is a harmonic move and not an AB equals CD pattern. We do just fall short by, in actual fact, did we hit it here? No, by not even half a pip, probably quarter of a pip. But either way, I look at these as the same, whether it be an AB equals CD pattern or a harmonic move. As long as it comes in at structure, and we do have some confluence down at that level. So I would be looking at, since it's Friday, as a 1 in 1 out for this particular trade, so I'll be looking for a 382. May even be able to go a little bit higher here up to this internal level of structure. So if we look at the 5-minute time frame, okay, so this is what I was looking at here on the 5-minute. You can see that right here we had a doji, and that doji was followed by a higher high, higher close, and the head and shoulders looks like this on the 5-minute. So, but we do have a different story on the 5 range. So what I really like about this pattern is the neckline is looking like this. You can see that the left shoulder here, we did not violate it. In fact, we got rejected off it, which is an indication here that we could see a break above, close above, or initial structure high and then a continuation. If we just see how it looks in the 5 range, it is a slightly different story. Here on the 5 range, you can see that we put in an initial structure high, and we have now had the higher high, higher close. So if we just bring back on the orders, so again, looking for that 382 fib here, looking at taking targets 2 pips before it, which is going to be there. So again, just to confirm, the risk on this trade is sorry, the reward on this trade is 30, the risk is 14, and I've got my stop just 2 pips below the head here. And we're back for an update, and just to show you what's happened here now, this has given us here on the 5 minute an initial structure high, so we violated this structure level, this structure level. We haven't got it until just now because of this wick, but if I leave my crosshairs on there, you can clearly see this is now an initial structure high. So what that means is this officially becomes the outside return, and since this level has been adhered to, then I can now get my stop behind it and implement risk management. So I want to be, okay, I only want to be a maximum of 5 pips below the low here. In fact, just there, that's fine. 128.95. Okay, so that gets me 3 pips below the outside return and that decent structure level and the psychological number as well. So there we go, risk management implemented on this trade. Actually, you know what, I will give it 1 extra pip. Yeah, give it an extra pip just to make sure. The euro yen has a 2 pip spread, so if we come down to that level, I want to make sure that I'm not stopped out just because of the spread. This is now looking like a nice trade to go on and win. So there we go, currently now 10 pips for 30. And we're back for the final part of the video, and as you can see now, price has rallied up and hit my targets on this head and shoulders. So there we go, 30 pips banked. Do me a favour, if you haven't subscribed, go ahead and do that, and of course don't forget to give the video a like.